Broncos country, what's going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful start to your weekend. We got some tough news in Broncos country. We're going to break down the injury reports on both sides, and I'm going to tell you guys some really cool things that I got coming up as early as tomorrow that I think you guys are really going to be interested in. So y'all be sure to smash that like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please subscribe if you haven't yet. On our way to 2,000. That's really cool. So biggest bummer of the week goes to Josh Reynolds. I guess he must have broken his finger or something like that, falling down after making that touchdown catch at the end of the game against the Las Vegas Raiders last week. So he's going to be out. Along with that, let me go ahead and change the view here. We're going to have a couple of our offensive linemen out. Alex Palczewski, who right now has been our starting right tackle, filling in for Mike McGlinchey. He is going to be out with an ankle injury, and Luke Wattenberg is going to be out with an ankle injury. So when we're looking at our offensive line, we're going to have our third string tackle, Matt Peart, going after it. We'll see how that goes, but he at least played well in those 15 or so snaps that he played last week against the Raiders. So let's continue to see him stack another good performance, as well as this is going to be the first time that we see Alex Forsyth. So former center for Bo Nix's first year at Oregon a couple years ago. So now he's getting a chance to snap the ball to Bo, this time as the Broncos starting center in the regular season. So that's going to be something that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. We need Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, as well as Quinn Miners to really step up because of this. Because we're on our second and third string guys, these guys need to play very well against a good Chargers defensive front, no doubt about it. Now, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, they were also hurt. Well, I guess Zach Allen wasn't. It was just rest. And then John Franklin Myers, he had that shoulder that he banged up in last week's game, but ended up coming back in. So he's going to be good to go. Questionable guys, going to be Damari Mathis, one of our depth corners. And Audric Estime, I don't expect him to be activated from IR. And I guess Damari Mathis, he also started the year on IR. And so this is in that 21-day, that 3-week practice window where you can practice before you're activated. So I doubt either of them are activated yet, but I think we're getting close to seeing Audric Estime on the field, which is awesome. And then, of course, like I said, Josh Reynolds is out with that hand. I would imagine that it's going to be Devaughn Vele's game where he's going to be activated. We haven't seen him play since week 1 against Seattle, where he led our team in receptions, I believe. So coming back from that rib injury, hopefully he's ready to go, because we're going to need him. We're going to have Courtland Sutton and LilJordan Humphrey probably as our most experienced receivers right now. Let's see if Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, Devaughn Vele, these guys can really step up. Our young wide receivers, we need them to in this game. No doubt about it. And eventually A.T. Perry, right? Now, when we're looking at the Chargers, Joe Alt's going to be back. They're starting offensive tackle. Joey Bosa, one of their edge rushers, very, very good, obviously. He is questionable with a hip. He did have limited practice on Friday, did not practice any of these other days. So he is a true question mark on Sunday. Hopefully he's not able to go, because he is very, very good, and that's going to help the Chargers coming to Denver and give us their best shot. Let's see who else we can take a look at. Gus Edwards, one of their running backs, is going to be out, signed from the Baltimore Ravens, along with his teammate from the Ravens, J.K. Dobbins. But J.K. Dobbins is that dude right now. We really need to control him. I'm going to be talking about him in my preview Keys to Victory tomorrow. So again, please be sure to tune into that. One of their top 3 starting corners, Christian Fulton, is questionable. He did log 2 full practices, so I expect him to be a go, along with guys like Justin Herbert, Hayden Hurst, and Derwin James. So, man, this is a very long injury report. We also have Dean Leonard, one of their other cornerbacks, is a true questionable for Sunday, 2 limited practices with that hamstring. Khalil Mack is going to be able to go. So, again, him with Joey Bosa, that's going to be a challenge with our offensive line. That's having to put some backups in right now. Something that does work in the Broncos' favor, though, Asante Samuel Jr. is going to be out with his shoulder injury, and we'll see if Rashawn Slater, I believe he's their left tackle, if he plays. But he's been limited all week. I would imagine that he suits up. So the Chargers come in here. I think their most important players should be playing, at least on offense. We'll see what happens on defense, but no doubt this is where this is starting to be the point in the season, right, guys, where you really see which teams got depth, which teams really are able to kind of fulfill that next man up mentality, right? So this Chargers game, I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk. No. I don't think so at all. I think that this will be a closer game than what we saw last week facing another divisional rival in the Las Vegas Raiders. This should not be a game in which we're coming in there feeling ourselves. We need to get off to a quick start because this is a very good and well-coached football team. A little banged up, but they're going to have guys coming in there with something to prove, right? So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about these guys stepping into the lineup? Let me know. On a side note, along with my preview that I'm going to come out with tomorrow, I am also going to do a really cool film review on A.T. Perry. That's right. We're going to take a look at all 18 targets he had last year with the New Orleans Saints. I've even charted how many times he ran each specific route. So really interesting. I think you guys will be able to get a pretty clear idea on the role that he could have coming in here if elevated to the 53 eventually, which I think he will be, along with some of the things that I think he needs to work on. So thank you guys so much. Please be sure to like and subscribe, along with leave your comments below. Love reading those. I'll see you guys here again soon. And as always, go Broncos.